So let's talk a little bit about the BioT difference. Number one, purity and potency guarantee. Chris alluded to this earlier, but you guys need to understand, we test our pellets. We have 8 different additional tests in addition to just the sterility and just the potency. So we know that our pellets are going to be 98% pure minimally, no less than 98%. And we also have 8 different tests that we test for. Including rigidity and friability, and that just means how densely and how compact each one of those pellets are. We have accurate dosing, over 30 years of research to ensure the proper dosing. We do training certification, and that is a protection for the physician. We want to make sure that when if indeed you ever ended up in a courtroom, you would be able to say, I went to this training, their training is based upon this, they have 30 plus years of research, here's the training, here's the dosing site, you have something to help protect you. We also offer continued support for tough cases requiring additional expertise, just meaning this, when you have a tough case, when you have question marks, you have an expert that you can text, you can call, you can email at any time. Brand name recognition and marketing. We want to help you as a physician grow your practice. We want to give you the opportunity to build more and more patients, and we can do that with BioT. And just to review some of the positive effects of natural testosterone therapy, we've got, for guys, enhanced erectile ability, prostate protection, enhanced libido, cardiovascular protection, increased bone and muscle strength, cognitive clarity, the brain function that we were talking about earlier, lower cholesterol, increased energy and vitality, feeling of overall well-being, and reduction of body fat. We have a lot of depression relief. So when you have patients that come to you and they're complaining about that, wouldn't it be nice to say to them, I can fix you if we just do some hormone balancing? And that's what using the BioT method, specifically using the pellet therapy that we offer, will help offer to your patients. Okay? So time out, that's kind of how I get to this. Now I went into that a little bit more detail. You're going to want to just keep going through that over and over and over so you can kind of say it backwards and forwards. You're going to be able to give a lot of information there, and you'll be able to read your doctor, and if they're like, oh, go back to that, I want to see what that study was, you'll make sure that they're tracking along with you. Then I switched gears, so now we're going to go from talking about the science and the medicine and the studies to now start talking about how does this work, all right? How does this actually work in your practice? Well, first of all, you're going to have access to a couple of marketing websites, which biotmedical.com and bhrtvideos.com are both consumer sites that we help educate patients or prospective patients on what we're doing with pellet therapy and then how do they find you. So you would appear on our national website and then you also have the ability to educate clients with this bhrtvideos.com. And we also have a loop video that we provide for you. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. You also get exact dosing formulas. So we have a website that we give to you as a physician. You're able to put all of the blood values into this into the website, and it's going to come back and it's going to give you exactly the dose of how you're going to treat your patients. Now, I always want my doctors to think critically. I don't want to say, well, the dosing site just said this, so I only do that. It's going to be good for 90% of the patients, but we want to be able to make sure that we have you thinking as a physician as well to make sure that you don't do anything wrong. BioT, on our dosing site, we also provide a private site called mybiot.com, and that is a site that provides all kinds of different things from a standpoint of studies, office forms, report of procedures, and that type of thing. Called mybiot.com. Practice building. So we also provide an entire marketing system. One of the things that we teach our physician liaisons to do is to have in your office, you will have a symptom checklist. So this big long list to give to your patients, and do you feel this, do you feel this, do you feel this? You can review that, and based upon the answers you get there, gives you the opportunity to then discuss with them whether or not they would be a good candidate for hormone therapy. We provide a BioT DVD loop. That's a great, just an overall infomercial. It's about an hour and 15 minutes of different seminars, different testimonials, different appearances on television that helps educate your patients on what BioT is. And then your practice listed, as I mentioned to you before, on BioT Medical. We also, and this is something that I really want to talk to you about today, today begins our relationship. Sitting here talking to the physician. I'm your physician liaison. I will be, and this is where you guys got to be smart. You look at that doctor in his face or her face and you go, I am going to be here to help you build this into your practice. So it's like you're getting a free employee from BioT that will help everything get implemented into your practice and to help you make money with this day one. Why? Because I make money when you make money. The company makes money when you make money. So we are very interested in getting this procedure taught to you and implemented into your practice. We always do national and regional webinars. We provide posters. We provide those BHRT video cards. We also do e-blasts for you. We do seminars for you. Anything and everything that you need as far as support in getting this into your practice, we're here for. A couple of other things that we offer to our practices, that would be the BioT Difference. We do a patient financing program. So somebody comes to you and goes, man, I'd love to do this. Sounds exactly like what a problem that I have or symptoms that I have. I just don't have the money. Guess what? BioT provides that to you, and we can talk about that a little bit later on. Everyone qualifies with the patient financing as long as they have a checking account. They're free to it's free to the practice. In other words, you don't have to utilize the patient financing, but I know a lot of practices use what's called care credit, and care credit is the physician has to end up paying 6 to 6.5% back to care credit in order to get that person's business. So that's, right off of their bottom line that they're having to actually pay. There's no charge from our standpoint on that. There's no risk to the practice. We assume all the risk, and 100% funded by BioT. We pay your practice for the labs, the consult, and the pelleting fee up front. So once they start into the patient financing, it's a really cool way for you to be able to add patients to your roster. We also offer a nutraceutical and weight loss program, and we can talk about that more when you get to training, but it is a full line of nutraceuticals that you can offer your patients. It's a complete, proven weight loss system. A couple of other things that I would want to mention to you is our partnerships. We have negotiated rates with many different suppliers to help you save money. We do supplies, we do lab work. We have a national account with Quest Laboratories. Quest Laboratories then is able to offer the savings onto your non-insured patients, which again helps somebody that would not otherwise get the pellet therapy a way to actually get that. We do printing, we do advertising, custom websites, physician retirement plan, all kinds of different things that we offer from a standpoint of additional offerings or additional benefits to you as a practitioner. So real quickly, and we're almost done, let's talk about how the revenue works. We use base fees. Females are $300, males are $600.